大家好，我叫 Aubrey，我很高兴，因为我跟你们一起去中国。Hey everyone, my name is Aubrey, and I'm really excited and happy because I get to go with you guys to China. I'm the resident director for the Guilin program, and I will be your go-to Chinese English speaker while you are abroad in China. To give you a little bit of background about myself, I started studying Chinese 14 years ago when I went to Davidson College. Before college, I had not had a lot of opportunity to study about East Asia, which made me really sad because it was something I was very interested in. But I initially wanted to study Japanese. Sadly, that required me to take another language first. So because I knew that kanji characters came from Chinese characters originally, I decided to take Chinese. And I fell in love with the language. The best part of my experience studying language in college was the fact that I did a study abroad program in an immersive environment in Beijing. And even though it was scary and intimidating and stretched me well beyond my comfort zones, it was the best experience for me by far in terms of rapidly developing my language skills, giving me a real understanding of the culture and how it interacted with the language, and gave me some of the best friends that I still have to this day. It made me a firm believer that studying abroad and immersing yourself in the culture is the best thing that you can possibly do for your language. And I continue to go abroad and study Chinese on my own as much as I possibly can, or through the various schools that I've worked for. So I'm very excited to be a part of the Guilin program, just to immerse myself with you guys as well. After college, I went on to teach English in Japan with the JET program. And while I was there, I realized that I wanted to go back to school to really solidify my Chinese language skills so that I could help teach it. At that time, everybody was starting to add Chinese language programs to their high school and middle school curriculum, and I wanted to be a part of that movement because I wished that I had had that opportunity. So I went back, got my master's at Duke in Eastern Asian Studies, and then became a Chinese language teacher for 6 years. I first taught at a boarding high school where I taught every level of Chinese from Chinese 1 all the way up through an independent study for a student who was essentially fluent. And it was so much fun to be able to work with students to help them discover the language and really make it their own. I also was in a boarding situation there, so I was a dorm parent for all those 4 years, which meant that not only was I helping my students academically, but also making sure that they were adjusting well to life in the dorm, socially, and also making sure that they were happy and healthy and taking good care of themselves. After that, I went to work for the next 2 years at another high school where I had two major roles. One was founding the Chinese language program at that particular school, and I also worked as their assistant international director, which meant that I worked specifically with the students who were coming over from abroad, predominantly from China, to make sure that they were adjusting well to their new life in the school as well as in America. And then I also helped to coordinate the trips that were going abroad. I've also served as a chaperone on many trips, both to Asia and to Europe, and it is one of the most amazing parts of my job to be able to help students immerse themselves and experience a culture firsthand. Currently, I'm working with my mom as an independent educational consultant, which means that I help students to find that right fit college, boarding school, or independent school where they're going to thrive. And I also work as a tutor both for writing and Chinese. Some advice as we're getting ready to go abroad to Guilin is to make sure that you are open to this immersive experience. And that means not setting limits for yourself, really just going in with open eyes, open ears, open hearts, open minds, to just take in everything. We're going to be exploring the area around Guilin. We're going to be doing amazing activities from traditional calligraphy and working with traditional instruments, to also listening to modern music and experiencing all that the town has to offer. Trying new foods that you never thought that you would try before, but they're really delicious. And just making sure that you're getting the most out of that experience by really making sure that you're present in the moment where you are. And I cannot wait to work with you guys and meet you all either on the plane over or in Guilin. It's going to be an amazing summer. 再见你们! See you all there.